Hello, Grandma DC here, and welcome to our Halloween ginger snap whoop cookie show. Well, I'm going to tell you right now, I'm a little more organized today than usual. It must be... It must be the glasses. Oh, can I see so much better? I knew I needed glasses. Don't they make me look better? You know, the sound on this camera is still bad, so I'm going to yell through this entire recipe. I got this recipe off the Food Network. It is simply ginger snap cookies. And I am going to follow their recipe, except for we're going to make it low carb. That's right, low carb. All right, and it starts off like all cookie recipes. Thank you. We may have to lose the costume. Oh no, now you know it's me. It won't stay on my face. All right, butter. Butter is first thing you ever put into your cookies. What's the next thing you put into your cookie? Sugar. And right here I have erythritol brown sugar, and I'm going to put 1 cup in it. This is a half cup measure, so we're going to use it. I think it's a half a cup. I'm going to put 2 of those in there. Now, you know what I like about a ginger snap cookie is that it doesn't have the things that absorb moisture in it. Take that out. Okay, the thing I like about ginger snap cookies is that they're spicy. And they're crispy, and I hope these come out snappy. That's what I want, because I'm actually wanting to use them later on for a pumpkin pie crust. So pay attention. All right, now that I've got the butter and the brown sugar substitute in here, we're going to beat that up. Okay, like I said, we've got our brown sugar and our butter, and I'm going to put in 1 egg. Wasn't that nifty? I already had that egg broke in a cup. I was so proud of myself. Now when you get done, it's going to look something like that. Now, I've always wanted to use this. The recipe called for molasses. We're not going to use molasses, although molasses has some good vitamins and things in it. I have had this Sukrin Gold for a long time. I've got it off of Amazon. A lot of other low-carb cooks are using it. I know that it can affect your insulin a little tiny bit. It's got something in it, but it's very minimal, they say. So we're going to use it in place of the molasses that the Food Network called for, and that is just a 1/4 cup of the Sukrin Gold. I don't even have a spoon. Ah! Look at that. Got it on the table. Tried not to. Didn't manage. Boy, that stuff is sticky. And I've never even tried it. So, you know, here, like I cleaned my counter earlier. Hey, kind of does taste like molasses. All right, I'm going to stir that in with my sore freaking... You know what? I've decided to ignore this wrist. It's going to go away. Mind over matter. If you don't mind it, don't matter. That is my theory, and I'm sticking to it. All right, so now I got this kind of thick, buttery, sugary mix going on. And I am going to add now my dry ingredients. I'm switching things up a little bit because I have to. Can you see the vegan tower of terror in the back? That is all my pork rind bottles I don't want to get rid of. They got to be good for something. Anyway, my dry ingredients. I'm putting in a half a cup of pork rinds. There you go, Christina. Are you happy? And then I'm putting in a cup and a half of almond flour. Here it is. It was too close. I was too organized. Cup and a half of almond flour with a half a cup of pork rinds. for 2 cups of flour type substance. You could go ahead and use 2 cups of almond flour. I think it probably would work. This is my half-cup measuring spoon, so I'm going to have to put 3 of them in there for 1.5 cups of almond flour. A teaspoon of baking soda. That's it, called for soda today, and cookies usually do. So we've got the baking soda in there. Now for the fun part, which is the spices. I like cinnamon, so I'm going to go with a heaping teaspoon of cinnamon. It called for a tablespoon of ginger powder, which I'm going to use. My ginger's kind of old, so I hope it's still tasty. And a pinch of cloves. So you can leave the cloves out. A lot of people don't like cloves. I'm okay with it. I'm just going to use a tiny, less than 1/4 teaspoon. That's a pinch in my world. A little bit of salt. Now the recipe didn't call for this, but my grandmother used to make ginger snaps, and boy, I loved them. I'm just saying 1/4 teaspoon of salt or so. And she put black pepper in her ginger snaps. Guess what I'm going to do? I'm putting in a teaspoon of black pepper. I'm hoping a teaspoon's enough. What's the matter, Angus? Am I cooking and vlogging again? Gonna have to start crying, aren't you? There's our dry ingredients. And like I said, this is mostly off of the Food Network's recipe. I've just changed it up and put the almond flour, the pork rinds, and some salt and black pepper in there. Now I'm going to put our butter, egg, and Sukrin Gold mixture into it. Do you hear that dog? Angus! Wow, that stuff's good. And I know this is going to be too thick. So to thin it out, we're going to use water. I'm going to put a 1/4 cup of water in it just to make it easier to stir. Okay. Well, it's going to take me a bit to cream this together. I'll be right back. And I'm back. Okay, I have my oven preheated to 375. And I'm going to spray I have a silicone cookie sheet here. I haven't used it in a while, but I was cleaning and found it in a cabinet. I'm really excited about it because it makes really beautiful cookies. I don't even know if they still sell these anymore. And I'm going to use an ice cream scoop. We're going to make fairly big cookies. I don't know how far these are going to spread since it's kind of a, I don't know, almond flour can tend to spread a little bit. So I tell you what, we're going to just put 4 on this cookie sheet to see how they bake. And I will be back in 15 minutes. 375 for 15 minutes, pretty average for cookies. I'm going to check on them at 10 minutes and we'll see how they're doing. So there they are after 14 minutes. And they're looking good so far. I may have been guilty of watching a few of you guys on YouTube and getting carried away and not hearing the beep. So I overcooked my cookies a little. Don't do that. Or do that, as long as you're watching me. Joking. Okay. Now we've got to do the taste test. Of course, they're not cooled yet. I really want to wait till it cools. Probably would have burnt them worse if I'd had them on a regular. I'm going to just pull off a piece here because they're really soft right at this point. Kind of like... Okay, wow. The flavor is like a cookie. I'm going to get these off of here and let them... I'm hoping they crisp up when they cool. We'll see. Okay, now. I have let these cool off and they are wonderfully soft. If you like a soft cookie, you're going to be happy camper. And the flavor is so good that it scares me. Anything that makes me happy on the inside probably is raising my insulin. But They do taste like a real cookie. So I'm going to crisp these up, I hope, by putting them in my dehydrator. I don't know. You can put them in your oven like on super low and try to dry them out. But I'm going to try to dry these out because I had really wanted to crumble them up and use them for a pie crust in the future. I may be gone for a little while because the sound on this camera is so bad that I think I'm going to have to send it back. So that probably is going to be a couple of weeks. Plus I'm working double shifts during the week, but I do have weekends off. And I love you all. I'm not gone. I haven't really cheated on my keto diet. I managed to get through my last crisis, and I'm just working on the holidays now, trying to make them as sugar-free and high-fat as possible. I think I'm succeeding. That Sukrin Gold stuff's expensive, but I think that one gal, Christy, cooking keto with Christy or whatever, she's right. It's good stuff. I think you can make a pecan pie with it. I know she does. So, okay. These are going in my dehydrator. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to keep up with the insanity. And I am going to work on getting the camera fixed or getting another one. Went through that before, drying cheap ones. They just never work. And I opted to get a heater, an infrared heater, rather than get my camera right now. So I might send this one off and see if I can get it fixed. Got my tree. There we go. This is Matilda. Say hi, Matilda. She's guarding my front door now. Bless her heart. I figure no one's going to want to come in my house now. Matter of fact, I'm going to go get a quarter cup of water right now. Would you put that? I wasn't as ready as I thought I was. See here, I thought I had everything ready. And no, I don't have Jack ready. Oh gosh, what are you stuck in there for? Why does anybody ever watch me? I swear to heaven, I think I got it all together. I think I do, and then I don't.